Everyone, welcome to another live stream by me, David Factorial. Today, my goal is to work on my development tooling because it's a little janky right now, but we will see how it goes here. So I have been a long time Linux user, and specifically an Arch Linux user. And I've wanted to try out a tiling window manager for a while. I played around with DWM for a bit, and it is very minimal and seems to kind of be a thing where they don't really want to add a bunch of new features to it. And I remember playing around with this one a long time ago. It's called Awesome, which is a bit of a claim there in the name, but it does seem to have a lot of things that DWM doesn't implement. So we'll see how it goes. This is also my first stream on Twitch in a long time. I've done this a bit before, but not recently. So I see that Twitch has changed some. Looks like it's got some cool new stuff. So I guess first of all, does this sound right or reasonable? Does this like over right here or reasonable? Does this like over right here or reasonable? Whoa, how exciting! We've got nested things here. Nested things here. I can't hear my audio. I am going to be making the conceit of trying to stream in Linux. I am going to be making the conceit of trying to stream in Linux. Okay, what even is happening here? Is that the... This is what I really wanted to look at. It seems like the audio is fairly... This is what I reasonable really wanted to look at. It seems like the audio is fairly... Yeah, okay. Excuse me. I got this... I got my microphone set up again. The boom stand. Oh, this is nice. And so I think the sound is working well. I had the webcam set up well enough, balanced precariously on a stack of cards over there, or of packages of index cards that are unopened, that is. I have my water. And my coffee. Ready to do this thing. Can't decide if I want to keep my hat on or not. We'll see how it goes. It's very cold in here, which I like. I have currently in the upstairs area, and it's been very hot all summer, but now it is cool. Perhaps it goes straight from really hot to really cold in here, but I probably prefer the really cold to the really hot. But all that to say, enough about the weather. Let's do some dev tool sharpening. Part of what I want to do here is set up this window manager in a way that is the awesome window manager. I want to actually dig into it and like make it nice, because I have a tendency to kind of do the minimum that is needed for it to work and then like stop configuring my tools. And so part of the whole point of this stream is I guess the primary thing is configure tools thoroughly before doing anything else. So configure the window manager. I also want to configure my configure Vim more thoroughly. I guess this is just configure, because I use Vim for all of my text editing, and I seem to have regressed in my configuration recently. So specifically, I know that this window manager uses Lua, and NeoVim itself is able to be configured using Lua these days, which I'm very excited about. I want to learn the Vim configuration thing, maybe make some plugins at some point, but I need to configure Lua development, because the built-in Lua indentation thing doesn't even work very well. Same with JavaScript in Vim, so I just need to set up some plugins there. Configure this though as well. I need to get specifically configure keyboard shortcuts, and configure multiple monitors. I recently acquired a new monitor, which I'm very pleased about. So now I'm not just using my laptop screen. I have my laptop screen and my second monitor screen. But by default, this doesn't. It just mirrors the screens. So this is why I am looking at this a little bit still. I'd like to have the stream stuff on the second monitor. I also don't seem to quite understand how this tiling window manager works. It's a little more complicated than DWM is. And so I have tabs and stuff up here. So part of this is going to be reading some documentation as well. I basically have set it up, and that's about it. In my, let's see, I know how to open a terminal. In my xinit rc file, I have this left over from a previous incarnation of stuff. Set up my Dvorak keyboard layout. Been using that for probably 10 or 15 years at this point. No, not 15, but 10. Switched in college. That was an exciting time. That was when I picked up Vim as well. Xmodmap remaps my keys, my modifier keys. I've got Control where Alt usually is. I've got Alt where the Windows key usually is, and I've got the Windows key where the Control usually is, so that I can use my thumb to hit the Control key and the Alt key, and then I kind of use my palm to hit the Windows key. That's very ergonomic. I also have backspace on caps lock, which is something I stole from the Colmac layout, which I thought about switching to, but it was too late by then. I'd already burned the muscle memory in, and I quite like Dvorak as well. I also have this status bar that I'm not now using. That may need to be changed, and then I just start up the terminal. I found this terminal called ST. It's the DWM terminal. It's very minimal, kind of like that. It doesn't have any interface at all, so that works well. So I think that's fine enough for now. What was over here? I just have another. Oh, I need to set the cool background as well, because I don't yet have that. I haven't quite figured out how this works with the floating window manager, or the floating windows along with the tiles. There also seems to be some kind of like tabbed interface here. So, oh yes, this is set up now too. Let's see, other things. Decide on a browser, finally. Am I going to use Firefox or Chrome? I haven't figured that out yet. Been using Firefox. It's worked fine. There are some things that I want to use in Chrome that I can't use in Firefox. So I'm not sure about that. But we'll see. We'll see. That's kind of a secondary thing. But right now we've got this. So let's see. I think the most important thing though is configuring the window manager, and so part of that is, let's see. Let's read the. Let's just browse the documentation a bit, just to kind of get the feel for it. Then I do want to configure the keyboard shortcuts. I've got that figured out, and I'm also very excited to be able to. Let's see. How do you do this? Maximize window, I guess there. Config awesome.rc.lua. This is the entire configuration of the window manager. Also, the indentation is atrocious, and that needs to be fixed soon. But we'll get there, I guess. Let's see. So I guess, yeah, I'm going to just read some docs at this point. So we've got, because what I'd like to do, okay, so part of what I want to do, yeah, let's think about this as well. Where did my, got a bunch of things open. Okay, part of what I want to do is, I want to be able to have Twitch chat alongside my main window. Have my webcam above chat. This is sort of the stream setup. And multi-monitor. Part of what I also want to do is develop over time a system for getting things done. I feel like I have some sort of neurodiversity of some sort in me that makes it difficult to focus at times. And I've been recently leaning into that a little more and accepting my ADHD style ways. And I feel like I need some kind of I need to build myself a system that ensures I get things done. It's sort of some sort of like assembly line factory of tasks. I've called this document the call stack because it's like I found a lot of success using an outliner tool like this to uh, specify tasks in increasing specificity, because like a lot of these to-do apps, they don't let you rearrange things quickly and easily, and they don't let you like indent as many times as you want to. And here I've got 4 levels deep, which sometimes you need, and so like in the same way that a program has a call stack where my current goal is to configure tools thoroughly. Great. What does that mean? Well, that's not a specific crunchy goal. That's like the most general vague thing I've ever heard of. And so my brain looks at this and is like, I don't know what to do there. I feel stress and procrastinatory urges because I don't know what to do with that. So what does it mean? Well, the tools that I want to do are configure the window manager and configure my text editor. And so there you go. And then decide on a browser is not actually relevant yet. So let's zoom into this. In addition, we're not going to worry about Vim yet. So it's really just let's configure the window manager. That's our current task. So the call stack is adding things to it. At some point, I have the great desire to build my own something like this. Since I am a developer, I could actually do it. But I have kind of come to the conclusion that I can actually use other people's tools sometimes, at least at first. Maybe eventually I'll build my entire tool suite myself, but we're already fairly far along using Linux for everything and all of this kind of stuff. I'm very happy that OBS works in Linux. Because I thought about switching back to Windows. I've had a setup before where I have Windows and I have a VirtualBox VM that has Linux in it. And then I SSH into that VirtualBox and use Vim in a terminal from Windows, which gives me all of the Windows niceness, but it's you have to deal with Windows in that case, which is using DWM for a while has really spoiled me because everything is instant and you control everything. You control when the updates happen and when the computer shuts itself off and all this kind of things. I feel like Windows doesn't really obey me enough of the time to make me frustrated. So I'm hoping that I can figure out how to get this to work. The only thing that I would really miss from Windows is being able to play some games, maybe on stream, but like I can play Dance Dance Revolution in Linux, which I kind of want to stream again. I've done that in the past. I can stream Factorio, I believe, because it runs on Linux, and like there are a number of games. I guess I heard somewhere that it said that like 70% of Steam works on Linux now, which is pretty sweet. I don't really have a desire to play like super AAA games at this point anyway, like Fortnite or whatever. If I do play a game, I would want it to be a very specifically purposeful game, but we'll see. I'm kind of in the process of figuring out what I want to do with myself for the next few years. And I just know that I want to be an independent person on the internet making cool stuff. So we'll see where that heads. I've also been thinking a lot about this idea that life is a game to be played rather than a test to be studied for or a a struggle to get through. I have had a lot of practice treating life as an exam, and it creates a lot of stress. It creates a lot of concern that you're doing the right thing with yourself, and like, you know, choosing the right path for your legacy and whatever, all of that. I'm uh, I'm kind of more interested these days in just making cool things, making art, having fun, and you could treat life as an MMORPG sort of. There's no like the interface is the computer. Here is the game. It's just like you have tabs. You can make the screen do whatever you want it to. Um, so part of the goal here today is to configure my window manager, which is my game interface, really. And part of the reason I want to use Linux is because I can make it do pretty much exactly what I want it to do. So I think that's pretty sweet. So that's what we're going to do today. I checked out the comparison of window managers on the Arch Wiki. Wiki comparison of tiling window managers here. And, I looked at pretty much all these. I want something that is, so I want something that is active, not abandoned. The Arch Wiki is excellent, by the way, for other Linuxes as well. It's just kind of like Arch Linux is a Linux distribution where you kind of can build it yourself. It's not as crazy as Gentoo, which requires you to compile everything from source before you install it. So that just like takes a long time, and it's like you get full control, but like I don't really need full control over like the C compilation flags for all of my packages. I just want it to like I just want to choose the packages basically. I trust that the people that are compiling them know what they're doing at least. I can do that. Like I can install things, but like, at some point I'd like to actually play the game of life instead of configuring my editor the whole time. So, but at the level of window manager, I'm kind of like, let's do this. So we need something active, not abandoned. I don't even know what most of these are, but in the active categories, I don't really want a dormant one either. I don't really know what these are anyway. So like these are the comparison of the tiling window managers. They're usually fairly minimalistic. They're usually fairly like esoteric. They're mostly keyboard centric things, which is nice and often very configurable. So looking at the active ones, starting here, we got Awesome, we got DWM, i3 I've heard of, I've never used before. I kind of messed with this one a long time ago, I think, but it's pretty small, and so it's like I'd like something that has some degree of community as well. Is it actively developed? Are there people using it? I've also heard of Xmonad, which is like a Haskell-based version of DWM, which is awesome, but I don't really know Haskell on like a familiar basis. I know the ideas, and I like Haskell, but it doesn't like. I'm not fluent for sure. And so like of all of these, it's like written in, they're all C, I guess, or Rust. That's kind of cool. Rust may be something to learn at some point. I'm not sure. It seems like a cool language. But configured with DWM is configured with C, which is like, okay. Again, compile. I don't really want to compile things to configure them that much. And so, Awesome is configured in Lua. The rest of these are like I don't know what this is. I don't really want to use Python. This doesn't seem particularly like what is this one? Never heard of this one before. Looks very something. But like, I've heard of this one, Stump WM. You can use Lisp to configure it. I'm not really a Lisp fluent native either. So so I'm kind of looking at these, and it's like really the only one that I feel like kind of meets all of my goals is this one. It's called Awesome, which is a great name. It seems to have a pretty robust group of people working on it. I really like that it's configured in Lua. That's what NeoVim is also able to do now. And that's where we at. Here we are. It's pretty sweet as well. So I feel like Lua is going to be a language that I learn as part of my primary toolkit. I know it fairly well. I played around with it some for game dev competitions and stuff, like Ludum Dare, which is happening soon. Could potentially do Ludum Dare soon on this stream as well. It'd be fun to get back into. But yeah, so this one seems like a nice setup. A nice trade-off between power and configurability. I feel like there is a sweet spot there. And so I would like to figure out how to use this. What was the this is the recipes tab. What do we got in the docs? Is this just like the man page? Okay. The window manager manages windows in different layouts, like floating or tiled, which is pretty cool. In tiled layout, windows are managed in a master and a stacking area. The master area contains the windows which currently need the most attention, whereas the stacking area contains all other ones. In a floating layout, they can be resized and moved freely. Dialog windows are always managed as floating. That's nice. DWM sometimes had it where it would be like it would open a whole other tile for like a pop-up window, which was kind of weird. The spiral and dwindle layouts are special cases of the tiled layout where the stacking area is arranged in a spiral. That's kind of cool. I might use that one at some point for like I've got my webcam currently patched through using. I wonder actually. Kind of like to record this as well. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully my computer can do that. I don't know if you can export Twitch VODs to YouTube still. So hello. If I did not get the recording set up from the beginning, we are installing a window manager here, the Awesome Window Manager, so that I can get this all working. So we've got the so right now my webcam is here through OBS. It would be cool if I could get the webcam as like a tile in the tiling window manager to kind of stick it over here. I can do that, but it's very like, how is it? If I use MPV dev video, I think it was like 3 or something. Well, this is like a device that doesn't work or something like that. 4 was it? 5. This is the one over there. Hello, but it's like really slow and I don't know why. I would love it if this system could like be like right here, or I guess you can see a thing here. But I don't know why that doesn't work. It's like really slow. It's doing something. It must be converting something. And I'm not really sure what that's doing. GPU, man. I don't have a graphics card on this computer. Another thing that I want to do is to get a desktop at some point here soon to make it easier to stream a bunch of stuff at the same time as I do heavy development. But I think this will work fine. I've got a ThinkPad laptop that has 16 RAM in it and a decent processor. It is an i7, I guess, but it doesn't have a graphics card specifically. So it'll work for now, especially coding, broadcasting a terminal isn't particularly egregious on the resource usage. So let's see here. So the grouped by reading the documentation is a nice thing to do sometimes. Sometimes I don't, and then I don't know what it does. Windows are grouped by tags. Each window can be tagged with one or more tags. Selecting certain tags displays all windows with these tags. Right. So the basic tags are like 1 through 9, I think. You can also make them be different characters or like pictures or something, I think. Can also contain small Wii boxes, which can display anything you want. All available tags, the current layout. Oh, cool. Yeah, like little widgets. That's something DWM also didn't have. Title of visible windows. Yeah, okay. So default mouse bindings. Show me the defaults. Button 1 on the tag name, view tag, right. Button 4 and 5, that's, yes, that's like back and forward. I don't have a buttoned mouse yet either. That's something else to do. Maybe I should put that in the document. Let's see. This would also be upgrade hardware. So mouse with more buttons. What else did we say? Desktop eventually. I think that's probably fine enough. So we'll go back here. Okay. Mod 4 plus button 1. Tag the current client. Yes, button. Tag the current client with this tag only. So if I click. Oh, interesting. So that's like I click here. And that moves it over here. Right. So I can move this window to the new tag by focusing it and then clicking on the tag with the left click. And now it goes here. Holding down mod 4, which is the Windows key usually. Okay. So button 3. Oh, that's the middle mouse button. Toggle this tag for the client. So if I go here. No, that's not the mouse button 3. Okay. Need to get a mouse with more buttons, I suppose. Oh, no, wait a minute. That's right click. Yeah, this allows me to move this to the third one as well. So now this window is in both 1 and 3. Okay. Yes, button 3 is the right mouse button. Button 2 is the middle mouse button, I guess. Add this tag to the current view on the tag name. Oh, okay. So I can jump to them by left clicking, and I can right click on these to add multiple tags to the same view. And then I see windows from all of them. So these aren't really workspaces or desktops. They're more of like collections of windows under different, like a tag in like a blog or something. You can tag windows with different tags, and then you can view them based on the tags, which I think is a really cool idea. I feel like the tagging idea is really useful for keeping track of things like windows where you may want to view different arrangements of them, kind of. Wondering if that could be useful for tasks as well as windows. So we'll see. We'll see about that. So mod 4 button 1 on the client window, move it around, right? Wait, is that like this? How does that work? This is like not maximized. Is that what this is? This window now is okay. So I can go like this. So I have these floating windows. How do I unfloat them though? This is a tiling window manager, I thought. So like, I guess I can do this. And then if I go over here, I can see, well, no, I can't. Ha ha ha. If I put, so another thing, I want to get multiple monitors working so that I can see what I'm laying out before or at the same time as doing other things. But for now, this is kind of like, this was sort of my streaming setup before, where you kind of got 2 columns like this. And then the webcam in the corner. But like, where's the other one at? Here it is. This, I guess I'll stick you in here. That's a decent, like this right here is a decent way to lay everything out. This is probably not lined up yet because I can't see at the same time as I get like 1 frame or something there. But anyway, so there's that. This is probably, we're going to do this first. Stream setup is last, so we're browsing the documentation right now. So something else that I'd really like to be able to do that would keep me on track, especially as I'm streaming, is to kind of have, oh yeah, that's why I had this in a separate window, I resize this, stick it over here, and then the chat could go like this. Like that, sort of. Or, I mean, I guess it depends how you want to do it. I guess I could zoom out a little. There, and so now I've kind of got like my to-do list over here. There's a lot of UI. There's like 5 toolbars worth of stuff here, but maybe I can figure that out as well at some point. But there's that. So currently we are browsing the documentation. I also wish this didn't like ... things. I wish this was like a row that said call stack, configure tools thoroughly, configure awesome, and then browse documentation so I can see where I am at all times. Part of my neurodiversity seems to be that I have trouble with object permanence, and so if I'm not looking at what I am doing at the current moment, I lose track of it. So I've done this with note cards, some, but not, but I feel like there's a custom tool that could be built using something that would work well there. So, let's see, we've got this. This stuff is all fine and good. My goodness, I have a lot of notifications. Okay, so there's that. Very cool. So we've kind of got some mouse things. Layout modification, tag the current client with this tag only, toggle the tag, button 3 on the tag name, add it to that, yes. Mod 4, move the window. Okay, if it's not maximized. I kind of like how this is working already. That's cool. So, oh, I know. I could see what it looks like if I go in here. Oh, I know. Yeah, this is too big, or not big enough, actually. If I go like this. Almost. Like that, and then go like this. And line those up. Part of the reason I want to use Tiling Window Manager is I want it to do this for me, because this is just obnoxious. I would love to be able to set up, and I should put this in the setup here too, configure tools thoroughly, be able to, with a single command, open workspaces / projects. Because a lot of the time, I get really bogged down in like getting started. And so anything that I can do to make it easier to get started in something is really helpful. And so if there is a way for me to, like reduce any friction at all to getting started, that was helpful. And so if I could hit a button and be able to start up, like, you know, my live stream, it opens OBS, it opens Twitch chat, it puts it in the side and all this kind of stuff, that would be sweet. And I think I can do that using this window manager. It's part of the reason why using Lua is so neat with it. Let's pause you. Part of the reason it's so interesting is that like you can script the window manager. I think that's what this does. Like this is just dev stuff. This is just code. You can like, the functionality of the window manager is basically, I need to fix the indentation drastically, desperately, but like, you know, this is how you set up keyboard shortcuts for the operating system, however you want to, is just right here. And that's pretty sweet. So let's go back here. So we'll potentially get fancy. I also really like that I can reload the configuration by just, this right here. Windows Control R, restart the whole thing. So theoretically, I can go like that, and that does not break the stream, hopefully. Oh, good. Looks like the stream health is nice. That does not break the stream, and it allows me to reload the configuration, which is something with DWM you had to like, you could kind of reload it, but it seemed like it sort of stopped the programs, kind of. Excuse me. Or maybe not, but it just didn't seem like it quite left everything intact after it reloaded. This does seem to be able to do that, so that's nice. Run a prompt. What does that do? Oh, up here in the very upper corner. What is that? Is that like a... Is it just like a command line or something? Not sure. Run a Lua code prompt. That's kind of cool. How do you do it? Is it print? I don't really know what that's doing. It doesn't seem anything. I guess that's fine. Open the main menu. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you can make a menu that does anything. Oh, that's so cool. That's really cool. Part of this will be configure, excuse me, configure the awesome main menu to do things. Yes. Very good. Because that's also what you do if you go up here in the upper corner. And like that can do anything. That can like that's hooked into the Lua system. Like I see where that's defined. Where is it? Menu bar. Show them, or no, that's something else. Main menu. Yeah, like this is the main menu right here. You just specify things, and like open terminal is whatever this variable is, which I guess is just defined as, oh, it's the string. Yeah, that's cool. It's just running the command. Oh, this is just a string that is a command line command. That's pretty cool. Yes. Okay, cool. So there's that. Spawn the terminal emulator with return. It's fine and good there. Maximize the client. I guess I will bookmark this page. I also want a way to get my bookmarks going. Make better use of browser bookmarks. We'll see what that means later, I guess. But maximize the client. Oh, here we go. Maximize. Client must be the main window or something. So in for minimize. Oops. So if I go here, oh, it's kind of like a, oh, these are like windows. I kind of want this bar on the bottom of the page. I do like the Windows layout, like the Windows OS layout. It's a lot of stuff at the top of the page here. Set on top with T. Kill the focus client. C, yes. Full screen. What's the difference between that and, well, it's okay. Restore client. What does that mean? In. Not sure what that does. I guess it's like unminimize or something. Oh, probably, yeah. Oh, because if I minimize this, I can unminimize it. Right, because pushing it again will minimize the same. That'll just minimize everything. Oh, cool. Okay, that's neat. That's pretty cool. So focus next client. J and K. Unfortunately, this is not nearly as nice in Dvorak, so I may want to, let's see, change mod J, mod K for next previous. Focus the first urgent client. Oh, that's neat. That's like if something is yelling at me, like my calendar or something. 1 through 9 for the tags, yes. Focus next screen. Oh, really? Currently only have one screen, but that's cool. So let's jump to the different screens. I believe the way this works is that both monitors have their own set of tags and stuff, so you can like switch around between the screens, which is pretty cool. Let me see something. Mod for escape. Focus previously selected tag set. Oh, that's like Alt-Tab kind of. Okay, I kind of like that. I'm using an external keyboard. It's very cheap. Perhaps someday I will upgrade my keyboard, but it's a lot easier to hit the control key with the palm of the hand rather than the pinky finger. And that's easier to do on an external keyboard where the key is kind of on the corner, bumped out instead of recessed into the keyboard or the laptop. So that's fairly easy to hit. Mod 4 plus escape. Oh, so that means I could like if I selected 1 and 2 and then I went to 6, I could hit Alt back and forth like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's sort of like Alt Tab would be normally. Layout modification. Switch client with next client for shift. So shift sort of does, yeah. So this is like if I want to move this window to the next one, I can hit mod shift K. Maybe. No, that's rearrange. Oh, within the current. Okay, yeah. Rearrange within the current stack of things. I guess this at the top is like the stack of. Yeah, it is, because this is the first one. Although, why is that there? I would have thought it would be at the end. This is the main window here, I guess. Or no, it's not, because I'm not using the tiled layout. I rearranged my windows. Yes. Okay. So I'm not currently tiling. I have these all floating. And that's why, because otherwise I believe this first one would be my main screen, and then the others would be these ones on the side. Send client to next screen is mod O. I guess that's not going to do anything because I have one monitor. Decrease master width factor by 5%. Also not doing anything because I'm floating over all the windows. So how do I tile then? Switch client with next client, switch client with previous client, send client to next screen, size, number of master windows by 1, right? These will be easier. Oh, number of columns. That's cool. I like that a lot. Next layout. Oh, here we go a little bit. So hitting mod space switches layouts. Toggle floating status, control space. So there, yeah. Here we go. That's what I wanted or thought I was doing. So now I switch these layouts around. This is full screen layout where they're all just, yeah, so then they're all full screen in this. This upper corner, icon, which you probably can't see because my window, this should go down slightly. Yeah, this should go like here, I guess. Perhaps that'll work, because now then you can see the upper corner here. The layout is just full screen max. Now it is nothing. What did that do? Ah, okay. Then you've got magnifier, the one in the middle. So if I hit mod force shift the J and K, I can switch which one is. No. Hold up. How does that work? Is this floating now? No. Not sure. Or kind of. That's kind of a cool layout. And what does this mean? This is just floating. This is what I had before. Now they're all just floating. So the first kind of one here is this, where there's one main and a couple on the side. So this is the one that I'm kind of going for here. So now I can increase the width of the windows by, H and L does this. But now you can't see because my face is over the toolbar probably. Oh, this is nice. So I can take this and I can say shift down. Yeah, that's nice. This is something DWM didn't have by default either. I guess for now that's fine. Man, we're already making such good progress. I'm kind of feeling like I just want to like live stream casual development, and in this case, casual configuration of stuff, as is useful, or I mean, as is as I do it. I feel like this is helping me focus, which is nice. Something about teaching something that makes it easier to learn yourself or something like that. I feel like kind of doing something for even just a potential audience is like, what are we actually doing here? Just enumerate out loud each of the shortcut keys being used. Oh, I should set up one of those. Set up a keystroke. A thing that shows what I'm pressing, so you can see what I'm doing. Keystroke log. That'd be kind of neat if it like maybe have a list of keys that show that fade out over time, so you can see the last few for a while. Wonder if that could be made not too terribly large, but still big enough that you can kind of see it. Because like I've seen that thing where people have the little box that shows up in the corner of like the keyboard shortcuts and stuff. That'd be kind of cool. I suppose I should probably get an overlay or something, or like figure out what kind of overlay I might want. Although really, this is the overlay, really. Like configuring the window manager, more or less, is the overlay in this case. Part of the reason I want to get a better computer at some point is get more storage space for storing videos. If I'm going to do this and actually like keep track of my videos, I will need a lot more storage. Because I currently, how much do I even have on this? Interesting. I wanted, right there, how would I do this? I wanted to open a window in floating mode. I guess you can just go like this, which is good enough. I just wanted to like have a terminal come out. That's cool to be able to mix them though, because like I can keep this set up as is, and then this one can stay here like this. Because I just wanted to do disk usage. I had, yeah, see, available 94 gigs. That's fine for now. I'm dual booting this with Windows, considering just nuking this, because I would have 512 or so, I think, total space if I did that. That would be useful and nice. If I could get video calls working, that would be that's the biggest thing that I still use. Like, I've got Zoom installed on Linux and it kind of works, but it seems janky in a way that I don't trust. I have the perhaps long-term goal of building my own live or video call system of some sort. Like, I want to program. Maybe this probably already exists. I want a program where I can like have each person in a window that would go into the flow of the tiles. Instead of like Zoom has the little floating thing and you can't really resize them and I can't configure them. I just want the video feed and I want to be able to like set up whatever I want around it. Yeah, I basically want a tiling grid of widgets of all sorts, of varying sizes even. It'd be cool if I could resize these with the mouse even. Like, I might want a little bit of text in the middle here that says what this is. Well, I guess it's called the window tile bar. Like, you could have the person's name in the tile bar here, and then the window is just like their face, and that's it. And it kind of feeds into the multiplexer somewhere. Then OBS becomes just a very simple, like, capture the screen, and that's it. That'd be nice. We got to nerd out here. If I don't nerd out, it won't be as fun or something like that. So, oh, I probably am not at the right width now of these windows. Or am I? Oh, I am. So if I go like that will, yeah, that'll make it go out. Was that just lucky? I don't know how that worked out. Oh well. Does this actually save videos? I think I set it to do that. It used to be that you could export videos to YouTube on this, which I hope I can do. But I also figured I would just start streaming and see what happens, because if I wait until it's perfect, I will never do anything. And I'm already getting a lot of ideas here from this, so I would be using Roam Research in the corner here, but Roam doesn't seem to like it when you make it small. It wants to be the whole page, so maybe I will copy and paste this into my Roam graph. Okay, so we're almost done here. Send client to next screen. What does that do? Like, if I have, so say I make a new browser window, that moved the current one over here into the corner. Now I want to move you to the next screen, and wrong button. Next screen isn't set up. That's the biggest thing right now. That's the biggest thing right now is configure multiple monitors and potentially change the J and K is the only keys that I want to change to T and N. Is there a T? Is T used somewhere in this? Client on top. Not really. I guess I can move that to something else. J and K are selected for solely because they are under the right index and ring or middle finger. But Dvorak moves them down to where the C and the V keys are, which is less useful. I do that with Vim as well. I rearrange the HJKL keys to be HT and S, since that's what they are best in for Dvorak. So, increase number of master windows. So that means I can go like this. Yeah. So now there are 2 windows in the main area and just one over here. And then if I go back, Otherwise, it's like they're all in the side. Or they're all in the main. Cool, okay. This is already getting much more useful, I think, than the others. The other window managers I've tried. Mod for shift space, switch to previous layout. Right, that's the layouts. For now, I'll just stick with this one up here. I've got, is that able to be seen yet? I can't, okay. Control space. Okay, I feel like I've pretty much, okay, yeah, so these are important then as well. Mod control 1 through 9, toggle a tag's view. So I can, in the upper left corner here, you can see I've got that. Now I don't have anything selected. 1, then 2, there's nothing in 2, or there is something in 2. Ah, there is something in 2, but 2 is floating. So here I can toggle this arrangement, hitting mod space. Now it's not floating anymore. So I go back here, and then I go mod control 1 and mod control 2. That brings this terminal in here, but why doesn't it show up? Why are you still floating? Yes. What was it that toggles floating status? Control space. So I go here. Or no, control space. Like that. No? Oh. What happened? What happened? Mod control space. Go here. Okay. Ah, that's what this means. Is it floating or is it not floating? That means it's tiling. So then I'll take that. I'll go back to number 1 here. What happened here? Oh, it's a different. Oh, so each tag has a different layout as well. So what does that mean if I have both open at the same time? Is it like on top of each other somehow? I'm not sure there. Well, I know that I want this one. So now if I show both, I expect them to both be shown at the same time. Not sure. I don't really use that feature though. Not sure why that's doing that. Oh well. Toggle tag view, tag client with tag. So this one, if I wanted to move this to number 2, I hit mod shift 2, and now that browser window moved over here. So now there are 2. Is this actually still floating? Yeah. Oh, it's full screen. That's why. Okay, that makes more sense. Right, that was full screen, so it was on top of the other windows. So now if I select both 1 and 2, I get all 4 windows, which is what I expected. Okay. So I go over to, now I'm looking at Windows Space 2. I can move the browser back to 1 by doing mod shift 1. Now I'm still in 2, and I only see the terminal, which is in space 2, or tag 2. Then if I go back to 1, back to 2, but if I hit control mod 1, now I see both of them. So both of the tags 1 and 2 are in the same area. That's cool. And then I undo 2, and 2 disappears. Sweet. Okay, good. I do understand everything now. So there's a difference between floating and the difference between full screening something. I don't know what pinning does. Or sticky. I guess we could find out. Does that like make it always show up? Yeah, that means it's on everything. That's kind of cool. What is this thing? On top. Oh, nice. You can configure that. This ain't your Windows window manager. They really just had to call it Windows. Microsoft Windows. This is very ambiguous. There are other window managers other than Windows. Okay, so neat. There we go. Perfect and such. I guess I've read the man page. How helpful and useful. There is no bug in Awesome, but there may be unexpected behaviors, I guess. Let's go back here. What is this? The Awesome RC file. Ah, yes. Okay. Go figure. Reading the man page is useful. The Awesome RC file configuration. Looks for it in this order. First in the home folder under XDJ. What is this set to currently for me? Wait. Oh, wrong key. What did I say? For floating, it's F? No, that's full screen. No, what did I just do? No, yeah, that is right. Because now it's floating like that. Yeah, I want to be able to spawn a floating terminal in the middle of the screen. I think there's like the focus layout or something, but let's echo the value of this is not set. So $home is set. Right, of course. XDG configures. That's not set either. So it's basically just looking in my home folder, which is where I have it set. That's good. rc.lua file contains configuration information. It can be used to configure the behavior and look in a variety of ways. It can be assimilated as a Lua program / script to run a startup. Right. Okay, so I could probably move my xinit RC stuff in there. That would be helpful. This has become read the man pages. Put .xinit RC stuff into rc.lua. It should be used as the awesome Lua API. Oh, it should use the API in the API section. Okay, read a startup documentation for it can be found. I wonder if it's read. I mean, I guess it is read when you restart the window manager as well. Colors formats. It's either X standard color name or hexadecimal, which are probably similar to CSS colors, but not quite because, of course. Okay, that's good. Hex colors I am fluent in, more or less. You can use Pango markup in a text string. Oh, really? What is this? Is this like... Oh, it's kind of like HTML. I want to use HTML in my system as well. Oh, that's cool. It says Pango in Greek and Chinese, probably. I recognize the first 3 letters at least. Huh. There's a lot of Linux desktop tech that I've not gotten the feel for quite, but there's a lot there. It's quite a deep rabbit hole. Okay, but we need to look in the API docs for that. What is the client? This is the What does this mean? A remote command line interface communicates via dbus. What is dbus? I don't know what dbus is. Should I read the freedesktop.org or the Wikipedia article? What is dbus? A message bus system. Oh, is this like a message queue? Oh, interesting. Can I hook into this? Message bus system, a simple way for applications to talk to one another. In addition to inter-process communication, it helps coordinate process lifecycle. Makes it simple and reliable to code a single instance application or daemon to launch applications and daemons on demand. Oh, the port to Windows is mostly finished. That's great. That's just great. It's lovely. How would you like to be the person to port dbus to Windows? I am just in awe of the people that like work on stuff like this. I'm very grateful for all of the man hours that go into. It's a very gendered phrase, man hours. Human hours, I don't know, whatever. All of the hours that go into this. Like so much time is spent building the Linux desktop system, and it is a high skill kind of to use. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna recommend this to a non-programmer probably, but like, this is a powerful system. This is a powerful setup. I can make this do whatever I want it to do, basically, which is kind of sweet. Dbus protocol. So anyway, what is this? Low-level API reference implementation, heavily tested in real world. Hold up, I'm getting ahead of myself. Supplies a system daemon. Per new hardware device added. And so I can read from this to know if something is like if I if I plug in my keyboard, I can change like my xmodmap script isn't being read when I plug in something new. This is still, yeah. So that would be nice to be able to like detect. I'm trying to kind of build like a command and control system for myself as I do things on the computer from the ground up, and I'm trying to like figure out what my base tooling is going to be. I mean, ultimately I want to build web apps, but the dev environment for that is going to be pretty like excuse me, pretty elaborate probably. And I want to be able to interface with the web stuff from command line stuff and from potentially like window manager stuff. We'll see how that looks, but anyway, I'm not sure I need to fully understand this currently, but like, yeah, I may not do anything that low level. Seems fairly in awe I am in all of this. Well, where's the tutorial? Oh, cool. Path method arguments. Or no, wait, proxy. Okay, this is, yeah, I'm getting out of. Communicates via dbus, allowing remote execution of low code. That's fine there. Okay. I don't really want to write C code much. I feel like that's kind of why I would like someone else to write my window manager at least. I don't want to get that low level. The client reads commands passed on the command line or from standard input and sends them via dbus to Awesome. If RLWrap is installed, it will be used to provide a read line command line interface. Oh, neat. So that's what that thing at the top does. That's what this something in here does. What is this? Oh, that's cool. Is this a window? How can I make that? What is this? What is this? Can I make things that are like this as well? They just come up. If you click, they go away. Figure out what, because like I want to make pop-ups that are like better than modals. Figure out what the keyboard shortcuts reference thing is that pops up. Like I could type a command that's like show me the Vue.js cheat sheet, and like I could hit Windows. Let's call it mod. Windows is so Windows centric. I could hit Windows key or no mod. I could hit mod like C or something for cheat sheet, and then I could type view and hit enter, and it would like show me the docs. Because sometimes it's just useful to have a reference for like the view API. That would be fun. Because like all of those things would just speed me up a little bit. I realize I spend a lot of time as I code fiddling and fumbling, trying to like get the right docs or the right whatever. A part of this project that I'm working on, whatever this is just to improve my efficiency somehow, or improve efficiency with whatever the low-hanging fruit is, because I feel like there is quite a bit of it, really. And part of wanting to use a window manager like this is being able to do that kind of stuff. So what is this? Oh, cool. I can like send, sorry, that was potentially loud. I can like do this. I can say awesome client. Okay, so we need a, okay, so using our new powers of window management, I want to decrease the number of, yeah, like this, right? So I want 2 over here now. How will this work? See, that's kind of like, I want more columns. That's what it is. There was another keyboard shortcut that I was missing that I didn't look at. No, that's the wrong. What was the keyboard shortcut to increase columns? Mod Control H and L. So, oh, sweet. Oh, that's a really good way of doing it too, because like, yeah. Because what I want to be able to do now is take this, move it to, wait a minute. Increase number of master windows. Mod Shift L, there. I guess it's that. Yeah, this is what I want. That's pretty cool. Okay, so now I can go like this to see this screen. Yeah. Although I do want, I wish I could resize these independently, because now it's messing with my right column here, which is probably going to be too big for something, but oh well. Oh, I should set up my hardware. Would like to get a 4K monitor eventually. I've got a UHD monitor currently, which has like, what is the, it has 2560 by 1440, which is really pretty good. But I realized my laptop has the same resolution, and it is about 1/4 the size of my monitor. So if I really wanted to have them the same size, I need a 4K monitor that's the same size as the current monitor that I have, or get a laptop that's a 27-inch laptop. That probably isn't viable though. Ha ha ha. I feel like I've almost read the man pages though. So here we go. So I was see, this is why I need this thing over there on the side. I'm getting lost here. We have basically read the man pages. Configure this. So the last thing to do is to figure out what this awesome client does. Oh, it's like a prompt or something. There's this tool called Naughty. Oh, can it not read line? How do I last command? What? No. That's just inexcusable. I guess I probably wouldn't be using this normally anyway, like this. But is this that allows me to notify title equals hello world. Text equals hello again to the world. And you're telling me that if I do that, something will pop up on the side. Oh, can you see it? Probably a little bit. Okay, that's we're gonna have fun with this. So now what I want to also be able to do is I have this thing called flame shot, which is excellent. Oh, you can stick it up there, can't you? Yes. If I hit the print screen key, I had that set up. Oh, I can just click there. That'll work fine, I guess. I click this. Now I want to be able to go like, make it a nice way to do that. I click this. I want to remember what I just did here. So if I say awesome client dot thing like this, and then put some text on here, send notifications via the command line easily. That's pretty sweet. Now I hit save, screenshot. Oh, yeah, that's probably fine. Oh, and then it'll let me, yeah, okay. Put it in my memes folder, basically. Oh, and I can name it this time instead of not naming it. This is awesome client notifications example or something like that. And there it is, saved. So now I can review my things I've captured and then not forget this for the time being, at least. Cool. What time is it? 12:08. I'm going to do a little stretch. Perhaps, let's see. Where are my weights? Always good to have a little exercise breaks at times to keep the blood flowing. So, okay, so I have until 1 o'clock Eastern time. So we got another, probably should leave about 5 minutes beforehand or something, but because I have a freelance call. Currently, I freelance in order to pay the bills. I would love to do something that isn't freelancing eventually, but we'll get there. At this point, I'm basically just wanting to like build up my my workstation, my workspace, and like all this good stuff. There we go. Okay, so part of the reason why I have this thing over here on the side, what do we do now? Well, we could configure the keyboard shortcuts. That would be nice, I think. Do I want the left bottom key to be the window manager key? It's kind of hard to hit, but I don't know what else I would use because I want Control and Alt for applications. DWM by default had it Was it by default or did I change it of like using Alt as the window manager key, which does work, but it gets in the way of some shortcut keys, which I didn't like. Although the shortcut keys for this are different and better, I think. All right, so we've done this. We've read the man pages. Let's see. Oh man, I got a view. How exciting. Oh man, I got a follower. How exciting. Hello, is anyone in here? If they are, hello, good to see you. Very cool. That's always a fun first step. I think I am. I thought about streaming on YouTube for a bit, but I don't like their setup as much. This just seemed easier. And it seems like I'm not getting a torrent of strange people in the chat anyway, so I think I know this person. I feel like when I was doing this before, dev-wise, it was advertised under a different tag. It does seem like the science and technology tag is not particularly active, and so that's probably a good thing. I don't know. It's interesting managing like the managing your audience or something. It seems like some channels have very toxic chats or something. Like the last time I did this, I got up to about 30 people watching me at any given time as my max, and there were occasionally people that would come in and be annoying. I don't know. Growing communities is interesting. I kind of had a little community there. I don't want to disparage anyone, but like, yeah, it's. I've heard people talk about this thing of like you want to. Anytime that you're growing a little community, it's hard to know how aggressive to be gatekeeping and keep the right people in and the wrong people out or whatever. I don't generally do any of that really. So anyway, all this to say, I don't really know. But thank you for the follow, Rick Velope. I think you're on Twitter. Sweet. Excuse me. So we've done this. Configure the keyboard shortcuts is next. Let's do that next actually, because we've got this open. So I'm going to shift this over to the first one. I'm going to use my keyboards to select this one and close it. Then we'll go over here. So we're configuring the keyboard shortcuts. How now shall we do that? So I now want to switch these two windows. What do I do? Do we recall? How do we go back? Switch client with next. It was Control Shift. This is the keyboard shortcut specifically that I want to change. So let's search for J. Here it is. Oh my goodness. I also want to change this awful indentation, which is something that could be done with a Lua formatter or something like this. I wonder if that is in the here. Let's is this what it was called? What do we got for Lua? It's the letter F. That doesn't quite help me. Is there anything in here that will do formatting for me? Because I saw something on GitHub that would do, or that's what this is right here. Style. It's okay. Is this I don't know the Lua package management situation. Is there like a... Oh, it's a Rust thing, or written in Rust, I guess. Foreman, what is this? Roblox. That's fun. There's no Vim thing though. How sad. Oops. I should figure out how to use the Rust package manager potentially. Cause like I tried to find like Vim Lua formatter. Is there not one? Oh wait, maybe there is one. Wait a minute. What I really want to see is this one. How do you use Vim as a Lua IDE? Oh wait, this is Space Vim. How exciting. I have not heard of Space Vim before. Code formatting. Ah, this Lua rocks. That's something. Ah. Okay. What does this thing do for me? Package manager for Lua modules. Then you just say install thing. Is it a virtual environment type deal, or is this just like a show me some docs? I also feel like I have too many. Okay, so if I wanted to decrease the number of columns, I would go like this. Yes. And then I can take this terminal and I can move it there. And then I want to increase. I want there to be less in the first number of columns. Shift Control H and L. Oh, Shift Control. Oh, that's interesting. So this is the number of columns. Number of master windows is Shift H and L. Or is it? Something else is here. Mod Shift L decreases the number of master windows by 1. Is this not... Why are they still both here? There's one column there, and then... Increase, okay, so if I say mod shift H, that will increase the number of master windows. Number of columns for non-master windows. Oh, and then... No. Interesting. This is interesting. Why does it go under there? Why are these two windows right here? I'm confused. This is the right layout. Decrease the width factor. Wait, why is that not working now either? I've got something set here. Because now I can't change the size. I don't suppose it's a bug. Hopefully not. Probably not. Is that actually... No, that's the bottom. Shoot, what was I even doing now? This is how I fall off track. Yeah, because I now want this to go back over there. Pinned state. Well, if I go like that, will you go? Yes. That seems like it didn't really solve the problem. Well. So specifically, the keys I want to change are some of these that are... where did my terminal go? Still there. Oops. Vim, which is mapped to NeoVim. Config, awesome. What? I want this thing to go into the master window space. Swap with master. Mod control return. That's that. Okay, here we go. Kind of want this to be smaller. There we go. Okay. So mod J. Do we do this first or do we do the Lua thing? Oh, right. We were almost done with that, though, weren't we? Let's go into here and then start a tmux session and then Lua rocks. Okay, so now we can go back to the documentation for this. I'll just move this over here for now. Yeah. So how does this work? If you're starting, you want to read this. Installation, using. How do I use this? Run it to see the commands. Help to install things. Install thing. So if I said install Stylua, that would work. When you install it, you get new modules available for loading via require. Example, after we install the DK.json rock, type that to show the module installed. Okay. Installed in user local. So these are all installed in user local. I guess that's fine. It presents a short description, a license, yeah. Shows the directory tree where it was installed. This is the rocks tree in use. Most rocks installations will contain two trees, the system and the user. Okay. Okay. Yeah. To be able to use the modules, you need to make sure that Lua can find them. You can check your path. These variables can be pre-configured from outside Lua. If I say Lua rocks path What has this got for me here? Lua path is in user share. Lua 5.4. Okay. Yeah, this is what I'm specifically wondering. What happens if I need multiple versions of stuff? If your system is correctly set up, so this command runs no errors. Scripts installed by rocks. Using in a Unix system. If you aren't root, it will go into home Lua rocks. Ah, that's good. Okay, that's all I needed to know. Lua, so I guess this doesn't really have virtual environments like Python does, but good enough for now. Style Lua, install. User lib Lua rocks 5.4 does not exist. You want to run as a privileged user or use your local tree with local. Okay. Do I need to set it up or something first? Oh, probably, yeah. Quick start. Is there like an init? Lua rocks. Help path. What does this do? So I don't currently have. No, it is there. Yeah, it is there. So what do I just need to like do this? Does that make a difference or something? Oh, is it not available for Lua 5.4, whatever this is? What are we doing over here? Hello, everyone. Excuse me. Shoot, where's my tab at? Where'd it go? Style. Does this not work for version whatever? Oh, this isn't a. This is a cargo thing. This is not a Lua rock. So, okay, so maybe we're going to have to learn how to use that as well. This is why we have a call stack, you see, because I am currently still doing this, but in order to do this, we needed to install Lua formatter so I could bear to look at the source code, and then to do that, we need to like install Lua rocks, and then in order to do this, we may need to install cargo as well. So like we're still on this task, and I want something that helps me do this kind of thing, where it's like I get lost easily because because of things like this, unexpected dependencies. Like I still want to install Lua rocks as the package manager for Lua things. I just didn't know I had to do that right now, but like it's not wasted time for sure. And like it seems like it's on the critical path in a way. I mean, this time it actually wasn't because it's not things for installing this particular thing in, but I'll need it eventually anyway. But now it's like, well, is this what I actually needed? I guess I'll install Rust. I may learn Rust at some point. I kind of want to add a compiled language to my toolkit at some point. Either Rust or Go, perhaps, are my two top picks currently. Rust seems like it's more for like application development, and Go seems like it's more for server development, but I'm not super sure about that, and I don't really need it anyway. My goodness, my mirrors are slow today. I wonder if I should add this to the pile as well, configure tools thoroughly. So part of this is find faster package mirrors, potentially. Because like, this is happening to me yesterday. My internet is not this slow, but is going at a slow rate of speed. Unless that's just the nature of downloading packages. I'm not sure. Anyway, so there's that. Maybe while this is downloading, we could consider what I want my keys to be. So we'll go over here again. This is all that's in here. Yeah. Uh-oh, why is my key not working now? I thought the width by 5% is not working. I hit mod. Wait. No, it's not that. Uh-oh, what'd I do? What'd I do? Ah, yes. I know. There we go. Huh. I don't suppose it's just like needs to be reloaded somehow. No. Hitting the key for rearranging the size of the windows is not doing anything right now. Oh, and it's because I'm in floating mode. Why am I in floating mode? There we go. Is that what happened with that last time that I didn't know what I was doing this? I mean, the last time it didn't do what I wanted it to do. Was that why? Oh well. So we'll just kind of do this for now. So what do I want this to be differently? What do I want this to be differently? I guess for now I'll just help it along here. Okay, keys are like, I know this will probably go here. Description, show help. Vim has very good key binding support for some things out of the box, and then for other things out of the box, it's just like atrocious. Oh well, that's fine. Let's change 1, 2 spaces to 1 space globally, and do that a couple times. To get rid of all multi-space things. Let's also replace... Oh, I don't think my regexes are quite up to... if there is a bracket at the beginning of the page, I want it to jump me to it, and then I want to go like this. Oh, I may have broken something there. Oh, no, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm deleting it. That's not what I want. What did I do? Bracket at the beginning of the ping. Oh, hit A and then enter. There. It's just another way to do a crappy macro. Definitely not the best way to do it, but oh well. And this is definitely not actually quite what I wanted anyway. Oh, I could have done this a different way, couldn't I have? That's okay. Now, there is a decent indentation system. It's just like, what is this? What is it doing? What is it doing? What is it doing? Do you not understand how indentation works? Oh, it depends for this window manager on... Are you done installing yet? I need you to automatically do things for me. Depends on where the line breaks are. I guess this is fine. I'll just learn how things are set up. Yeah, that's right there. This is the menu. Where does this go? That goes until there. So this is the menu thing. I suppose in a way I could just kind of walk through this file as well. If Lua Rocks is installed, make sure that packages installed through it are found. If it's not installed, do nothing. Okay, that makes sense. Standard awesome library. Gears. What does this do? Oh, cool. Awful autofocus. All right, we'll keep this for now as is, I guess. Hotkeys help widget. This is fine. Error handling. If startup errors, then there were errors. So does that mean that if I like put a stray bracket here and then I restart, there were errors? Yes, cool. So that does that. I get rid of them and then I reload and there it is again. Cool. That is good. It doesn't crash the system. We're still here. Yes, yes, yes. Good, good. Oops, there were errors. And it would basically be like this. It was indented right. I suppose I could just manually indent this. It's really just that the new lines are bad in some cases. Oh well. Why is this in a do end block? That's interesting. This is a function, local in there. I'm not extremely up on my Lua, but I can read it fairly well. Don't go in an endless error loop. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, cool. So I can... Oh, okay. So we've got kind of like a global error handling thingy here. This is powerful stuff. This is quite interesting. Yeah. There's that. I suppose this is probably useful anyway, because I'm gonna like learn how this works. Got about 15 more minutes. How long is this file? Okay, we're probably not gonna get through all of this. This is the error handling, the variable definitions. Oh wait, there's a theme. You're done yet? Almost. How would I find where the theme folder is? Is it in here? Gears.filesystem.getThemesDir. How would I evaluate that line? I want to like just know what this value is. That would be useful. I could also, I guess, just search for theme.lua, but we'll get there, I guess. Terminal is ST. The editor is... See, this is cool here. It gets the editor out of my environment variables, and then it says a command to run the editor is the command for the terminal, which is just the program there, -E, and then the editor. Mod key. I might get rid of some of these comments. It's very helpful, but yeah, mod 4 is, I know what that means. Table of layouts. Right. The menu. This is neat. I want to come back to this at some point, but we'll get there, I guess. Hotkeys pop-up. What does this do? I can probably read the source of some of these things as well, which would be neat. Manual, terminal, -E man, awesome. So if I go up here to the menu and I say manual, oh, and it actually does open it in a floating thing. So it That's oh, and then it closes it as soon as it's okay. Restart. Does that mean restart? Oh, there it is. Does that mean like in the same way that, yeah, it is. The same way if I hit control, whatever, restart, that restarts as well. There, cool. That's nice. That's very nice. So then the menu here could have some other stuff as well. We'll see. We'll do that eventually. So this goes over here. What does this do? My launcher. Oh, a launcher is a thing. Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah. Menu bar, utils terminal. Set the terminal for applications. My keyboard layout. That's the keyboard layout indicator at the top there. All right. This thing. Can you indent yourself now? This is a block here. You should go over. Oh, did you do it? Did you do it? You sort of did it. Okay, so this is the Wii bar, which is the widgets bar, I guess. Text clock. Create a Wii box for each screen and add it. Oh, so this is like building the window manager from basic. Like I can change anything. There's a button that is 1 and TV. Mod key 1. Oh, sweet. So this is saying like, or is it? Maybe it's not. Or is it the mouse button 1? Not fully sure what this is doing. Yeah, these are the mouse buttons. Or maybe not, though. Maybe these are like buttons as in like you can click on them. Oh, it is. These are buttons because it's 1 gears.table.join. Join. These are all a sort of list of sorts. Maybe. Not quite sure. Is that? Okay. Oh, this is exciting. This is fun. I feel like I'm probably going to have to call it here soon. I have a call at 1. It's probably best not to like go right up to the time. But we'll get back. I guess I'll keep doing this the next stream. Perhaps. I guess that's what I'll do next. Because yeah, I'm almost done setting up. The biggest things that I need are setting up the multi-monitors, because that'll allow me to hide things from the stream so that you can't spy on me. But other than that, yeah, I guess it's probably a good place to stop. So, and maybe by then I'll have cargo installed. I guess that worked. Maybe I'll do this real fast. Cargo. This will install it for Lua 5.1. We're up to 5.4, I guess. What does this do? Does this work? Does it do anything? Fetching crates.io index. That sounds exciting. So, but all that to say, oops, hit the wrong key. Yeah, we've been streaming for about 2 hours. That's nice. Sometimes I would go for 4 hours in past times. I probably could keep going if I didn't have this call. Although it's getting a little long. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. For now, I don't really have a schedule. It's just kind of as I have time and feel like it and stuff. Seems like a good way to start. But thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Looks like I may have a styling thing next time. But we'll see how it goes. So have a good one, everybody. And peace out and all that good stuff.